Hello everyone, this is your instructor. I wanted to give you some information on how to complete the extra credit assignment for activity 8.2. You're going to be taking a master index, and from that you're going to be creating a relative index, and you can use Microsoft Word to complete this. But let's take a look at what the difference between a master index and a relative index. Let's do that first. So right over here, this is from the textbook. A master index is a printed alphabetic listing in file order of all subjects used as subject titles in the filing system. Okay, right over here, let's take a look at this. Here's an example, okay? For this master index subject file, we've got these categories, and under the categories are subjects. So we've got the category of applications, but there's no subjects under that one. But architectural designs, this particular category, we have two subjects under that category, the Chicago office and the Miami office. For banking services, we have, for this category, we have one subject under it, which is credit cards. Charitable donations, no subjects under it. Customer service, we got discount cards filed under it, and so forth. So you're kind of working with two different levels in the master index. The first level being the category, and the second level being the subjects that are filed under a particular category. Okay, let's take a look at relative index now. For a relative index, and this is the textbook once again, right over here, it says a relative index is a dictionary type listing of all possible words and combinations of words by which records may be requested. The word relative is used because the index includes not only all subject titles used in the system, but also synonyms for subjects or any related subject titles that filers might consider logical topics for storing and retrieving records. Okay, so here's an example of a relative index, okay? And for this, all we've got is the subject title and what it's filed under, all right? So we're going to take this master index and we're going to convert it into a relative index, okay? So you're going to want to download the master index first of all. And it looks like this, and you can see right over here are the categories, and here are the subjects that are filed under these particular categories. Okay, there are three categories that don't have any subjects filed underneath, and that's building and grounds, and then over here projects and reports. Yeah, there's no subjects filed under those, but we have to include those as well. But the best way to do this is you're going to be selecting all of the subjects, and then right next to the subject in a separate column you'll be typing the category that it is filed under. So let's go ahead and select everything here. We only want to select the subjects. We don't want to select the categories or any other items here on this sheet here. So we do Control-C for copy. Okay. And then we set up a document like this for the relative index, and see how it says subject title and what it's filed under. I've already set that up ahead of time, and you may want to do that too. And then we're going to paste everything. Now, the master index was set up as a table, but we don't want this set up as a table. We just want it to be paragraphs. So we're going to click paste, and we're going to have to use this very last option here, which is keep text only. Okay, I know we've got it bold here, but we don't really need it to be bold, so I'm going to unbold all the categories, getting rid of it to making where it's not bold. Next thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to delete the extra paragraph marks, so there's no extra paragraph marks between any of these subjects. Just using the delete key. Okay, the next thing we want to do, you can go ahead and turn off the non-printing for now. Next thing we want to do is we want to type in those three categories that didn't have any subjects filed underneath them. So that would be, let's go back over here. Building and grounds. What were the other two? Projects and reports. Okay. Now what we want to do is in this column over here under the filed under, we want to go ahead and put the categories for each of these subjects. Okay, so building and grounds, since there's no anything filed underneath the building and grounds, we're just going to put building and grounds here. You'll do the same. You just tab over to projects and then reports as well. Okay, and then for these, starting with committees, we need to find out what category these are filed under. And so we can go back over here. We can actually go over here, or we can go over to the actual master index. And committees, course syllabi, and curriculum guides are all filed under the category of curriculum. So the easiest way to do this is to tab over and type curriculum. And then you can just copy this because you're going to use it for the next two subjects. Tab over, curriculum, we're pasting it. Wait a minute. We're pasting it and so forth. And then you'll do the same for the next one, which would be athletics to technology is all filed under the department category. So you'll have to type departments next to each one of these, starting from athletics and ending at technology. So you tab over, and that would be departments. Pardon me. And then, of course, copy it. And then all the way down, all the way until you get to technology. Okay, now let's just say that I'm finished with all of this. Okay, that I finished typing in what all of these subjects are filed under. So what you do after that, let's just pretend I'm done. We're going to select everything all the way down. And of course, it'll select everything in both columns. You'll have both columns completed. And then all you need to do is click on this here to perform a sort. And we're going to sort it by paragraphs in ascending order, so it's alphabetized from A to Z. And you click OK. And then everything is sorted. So you got subject, title, and departments, attendance. Since we didn't fill out the rest of this, you can't see it all filled out, but yours will be completed. And so that's all you need to do to complete the relative index based on the master index.